Hi guys, I'm Miss Herbert and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about math and particularly about graphs. Today we're going to be looking at two kinds of graphs. We're going to be looking at bar graphs and pictographs. We're also going to be using some data to create a tally chart and turn that into a bar graph. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's look at some graphs. This first type of graph we're going to look at is called a bar graph. A bar graph has lines that go up and down, or it can go sideways, but today we're just going to work on vertical graphs. Graphs show us data. So let's say you wanted to ask your family what their favorite type of food was. So you went around and asked your mom, what's your favorite food? She might say cheeseburgers. Dad, what's your favorite food? He might say pizza. Brother, what's your favorite food? He might say pizza too. After you survey a lot of people in your family, maybe you asked 15 people. You called grandma and your aunt and your uncle and your cousins, and you asked them all what their favorite type of food is. The easiest way to look at your data or the answers your family gave you is to put it in a graph. So that's what we have here. This person asked their friends what their favorite colors were. Then they took their data and they put it in a graph. You can see here that the one with the most votes was green. So most people's favorite color was green. What was everybody's least favorite color? I wonder if you can tell by looking at the graph what color people did not like the most. Take a minute and let's look. So green was the tallest. Ooh, red looks like it's the shortest. Let me see here. If I drew a line across here on red, yep, it's shorter than everybody else. So that lets me know red is the least. On a bar graph, I want to show you a couple things. Over here on the side, you have numbers that tell you how many people voted for what. So if you look right here on blue, if you go across, I know that 10 people voted for blue. There's also some labels at the bottom, and labels are categories. So in this graph, blue, green, orange, and red are our labels. In your graph, where you're asking your family what their favorite food is, the labels will be the names of the food. Up here at the top, you have a title to your graph. Your title has to match your graph. So if you have a graph like this one about colors, a good title is Students' Favorite Colors. Would a good title for a color graph be Our Favorite Sports? No, that'd be silly. Your title needs to match your data. All right, let's look at another type of graph. We have here a pictograph. A pictograph uses small pictures to tell you about your data. So in this graph, I can tell up here that it's about the number of ice cream cones that these people saw. So this is our title. The title of this graph is number of ice cream cones sold. Pictographs also have labels. Let's look right here. I have labels here that tell us who sold the ice cream cones. So I see that Rachel, Anna, Sydney, and Destiny all sold ice cream cones. I see something at the bottom that looks important. This down here is called a key. A key tells us how much each of these cones is worth. So I see it says each cone is worth 3 ice creams. So I look right here at Destiny and I see that she has 1 cone. But 1 cone equals 3 cones. So I know that Destiny really sold 3. You can also look at your data and tell some information just by looking. When I look at the graph, the pictograph, I can see, only see 1 cone on Destiny. So that lets me know she sold the least amount of ice cream cones. I look at my chart and I can see, who sold the most? Can you figure it out? Yep, Sydney. If you look right here, Sydney sold the most because she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ice cream cones there. So she sold more than the rest of the girls. Let's clear my drawings off here and go to our graph for the day. Today, we're going to be graphing our favorite. Ooh, it says, what's your favorite? Let's look here. Looks like we've got some ice cream, we've got chocolate chip cookies, and we've got gummy bears. Yum! So today when I look at my graph, I know that I'm going to be making a graph about these 3 types of treats or desserts. I don't have any data. I need data in order to make a graph. You know what? I could get some data by asking some of my friends. Let me text some of my friends. I'm going to text Miss Kennedy, Rabola, Miss Santos, Miss Waller. Yep, I'm asking them all, what's your favorite treat? Let me see, ice cream, chocolate chip cookies, or or gummy bears, sorry. I'm also going to text a couple of my family members, add them on there. Boop. Okay. I'll wait for them to text me back. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and decide on my favorite. You know what? I love chocolate. Yeah, I love ice cream. Wait a second. I don't have any labels in my tally chart. While we're waiting for my friends to text me back, can you help me write these labels? Let's see here. First, I have ice cream. Then I have cookies, yum. And I have gummy bears. Wow, these are all good options. So I'm gonna vote for ice cream. Oh, I got some text messages here. Let's see, help me make these tallies, okay? Miss Kennedy said she likes cookies. Okay, we're gonna give her a vote. Miss Arabelo wanted ice cream. Miss Marine wanted cookies. Miss Waller wanted gummy bears. Looks like Miss Trailer wants some cookies. Oh, my son TJ, he just texted me back. He said he wants gummy bears, and his brother wants gummy bears too. That's 2 votes for gummy bears. Oh, 3 votes for gummy bears. Let's see. Oh, there's Miss Santos. She wants some ice cream. Oh, I got 2 more votes from first grade teachers. Miss Tutt and Miss Johnson both want ice cream. I have 4 tally marks. I remember something about tally marks. I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, cross at 5. So I make a bundle with my 5th tally mark. Oh, I just got 1 more text message. Miss White in first grade wants ice cream too. Oh, here comes my last message. Yep, it's from Mr. Herbert. He wants gummy bears. So it looks like I've got all my data here. I've got tally marks tallied up to show me who voted for what. Let's count our tally marks and make it easy to look at our data. Will you count with me? I know a bundle is 5. I don't even have to count that. I just already know a bundle of tally marks is 5. So let's count on 5, 6. It looks like 6 people voted for ice cream. So good strategy to keep track of your data on a tally chart is to count your tallies and write the number next to it in standard form. Standard form just means regular way. Cookies, let's count. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 tally marks for cookies, so I'm going to write a 3. Gummy bears, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 gummy bears, so I'm going to write 4. Ooh, now we have all of our data and we can start making our graph. This will be fun. All right, I'm going to get my drawing tool up here. If you are in Seesaw, you can use your pencil or your glow pen to do this activity. If you're using a piece of paper later on in class, you can just use a pencil or a crayon. One thing I want to tell you about coloring on a graph is you need to make sure it's very neat, because if your crayon marks or your tablet marks are all over the place, it's going to be hard to read your data and tell which one has the most and which one has the least. So we need to be careful. 6 votes for ice cream. You can tell here on the side, it goes up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our numbers tell us how many people voted. The easy way I do is I make my line up to 6 first, over and down. See how it made a bar, like our bar graph we looked at earlier? Then I color in by the blocks. You use one color for the whole block, okay? So we're not gonna keep switching colors. You don't make a bar graph, a bunch of colors in between here. So we're gonna use one color to go all the way up each bar. So I'm gonna color 1, you can tell I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That'd be pretty neat when I do it. Doesn't have to be perfect though. This is an art class. All right, now I'm gonna actually switch my colors so I can see the differences. This is where you can have a little fun and switch colors. We just don't want rainbows in between the bar, okay? So cookies, let's look. Cookies, make sure my label's correct. I look over here, cookies. I look over here, cookies. All right, they're the right labels. I have 3 cookies. So again, I'm gonna make my bar first and go up to 3. There's 3, so I know I'm coming over. 3 and go down. I'm gonna color it in again. 1, 2, 3. All right, gummy bears, let's look. There are 4 people who voted for gummy bears. So again, I'm gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over and down. It makes a nice little rectangular column. Let's color it in. 1, 2, 3. It's okay if you get a little bit out of the lines. 4. All right. I have my graph all the way completed. It's a tiny bit messy, but that's okay. So one thing you want to do is check your work. So to do that, I'm going to make sure that I have the right numbers written down everywhere. Let's see, ice cream, 6. Let's see, did I go over to 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, ice cream, 6. A good strategy is to label your bar graphs. Cookies, 1, 2, 3. Does it match? 3, yep, matches. Gummy bear, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, yep, it matches. All right, it looks like I'm not done. I still have to write a title. Can you guys help me think of a title? Remember, titles need to match what our data is showing. So our data shows ice cream, cookies, and gummy bears. We don't want our title to be ice cream, cookies, and gummy bears. We need to think of a title that can show all of those things. Let's think. Would a good title be favorite Jonas Brothers songs? No. Would a good title be our favorite kind of chips? No, this isn't about chips. Favorite food? No, that's not quite specific enough. Favorite treats, favorite desserts, favorite type of after dinner snack, whatever you would like, as long as it matches our data. I'm gonna write our favorite treats. All right, favorite treats. And I'm just gonna move my title. That's good right there. Our favorite treats. It looks like I'm done making my graph. So when you make your graph today, you're going to be creating a graph about chips. When you look at the chip data, it's already there. So you're going to collect some data by counting how many different kinds of bags of chips there are. As you're counting those bags of chips, cross them out as you go and make your tally marks. Turn it into a graph. Then add a title. You can also answer some questions about this graph. So let's look at some questions that you might find about this type of graph. If I asked you which treat was voted for the most, what would you say? Ice cream, right. You would say ice cream because 6 is greater than 3 and it's greater than 4. You can also look on here and you can see, if I use my tool right here, if I draw a line over the top, I can see that the 6 or the ice cream bar goes higher than all the other bars. So I know that 6 or ice cream is the most. What if I asked you which one was voted for the least? Right, you do the same thing. And you'd look and see which one is the shortest. So if I go cookies across, ooh, it's shorter than gummy bears. It's shorter than ice cream. So I know cookies is the least. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question that, let me erase some of this. There we go. All right. I want you to look at this. What if my question was, how many more people voted for ice cream than cookies? How many more people voted for ice cream than cookies? How could we figure that out? I want to show you a way that you can use your bar graph to figure that out. Look right here. If I look at cookies, cookies goes right here. 3 people voted for cookies, but I want to know how many more people voted for ice cream. So the part that's the same, do we need to know anything about gummy bears? If I want to know about how many more people voted for ice cream than cookies, oh, I didn't say gummy bears at all. So I don't even need this part right now. I'm just looking at ice cream and cookies. So look, this part is the same. I know that 3 people voted for cookies, and over here is 3. Okay? I'm looking at this extra part on top, this part. How many is right there? Because I want to know how many more. There's your 2 columns, and I want to know how many more. This little extra gap, I want to know right here. How much is right there? Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3 blocks. So 3 people voted more than cookies. 3 more people voted for ice cream than cookies. You can also do that by looking over here at your tally chart data and thinking, how many people voted more? So I could take ice cream is 6, cookies is 3. I want to know how many more. So I could put 3 in my head and count up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 3 more people voted for ice cream than cookies. Do you understand? That might be a little bit tricky, but we'll get there. This is something that we're going to work on all year in 2nd grade. So it might feel a little bit new because you might not have done it in 1st grade. But now that you're a 2nd grader, we're going to work on answering questions based on a graph. So we're going to keep working on this all year. Don't worry if it seems tricky now. So when you go in Seesaw today, you're going to look at the chip graph. You're going to count the chips, tally them, make your bar graph, add a title, answer the questions, hit submit, and you're done. Thanks for learning about how to make a bar graph with me. I'll see you next time we talk about math. Bye.